Greetings, salutations, respect, and love. I am Scott. Yeah, you caught me listening to some music, and I get asked all the time, hey, what do you listen to when you're not working on an episode? And really, I don't have a whole lot of time outside of preparing for these episodes that I do. A couple weeks ago, I ranked all the Hawkwind albums, and there's like 36 of them. This past week, I just did Straubs, and there's 25 of those. So, yes, I did listen to every single song by Hawkwind, every single song by Straubs. Next up is going to be Soft Machine, and yeah, I will be listening to every single album by Soft Machine in preparation. In 10 days, we're doing the big Mirthrander live event, so I'll be, working on that. And this Sunday, we've got our Marillion Prague live stream where we're ranking our favorite Marillion tracks. So all that stuff takes up a lot of my time, my listening time, but I do still have some downtime to listen to some stuff. And here are the 10 albums that have come out recently that I've been listening to. None of these I've done a review on yet. A couple of them I will do a review on, absolutely. The first one I'm going to talk about is, I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it, but it's the brand new one from The Tangent that comes out next month. It's called To Follow Polaris, and it's 100% Andy Tillison doing everything on this record. And man, it is really, really, really good. I can't wait to talk to you guys a little bit more about it. Andy sent me this album like almost a year ago, man. So I've had like a year head start on all you guys on this record, but it's awesome. More to follow about Andy Tillison in a future episode. Next up, album that dropped last year that I sure wish I would have reviewed, but now it's old news, man. It's a 2023 release, so I'm not going to go backwards like that. That's what January's for, right? You do all that cleaning up in January. I'm talking about the great Japanese band Asturias and their new album Dimension. I guess this one is tagged as Electric Asturias. I guess he does Acoustic Asturias too. It's Yo Yokohama or something like that, dude from Japan. This is all instrumental stuff, but man, this is so good. These last few Asturias albums have been just dynamite. If you like instrumental prog with a lot of violin and some really, really great atmospheric music, some fantastic musicianship, check out Asturias. You can't go wrong. Here's another band operating on a similar vein, I guess, but instead of being all the way over there in Japan, these cats are in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's Over Forward, and their fifth album, There Are No Ordinary Moments. This is another album that the guys in the band sent me, an advance copy, and I never got around to reviewing it. So, my bad, but I do dig these guys, man. They have a really cool take on prog. They add a lot of different influences. They're very, very hard to pin down, but that's what makes their records so much fun to listen to. Highly recommended. Over Forward. Next up, let's go to Finland. Album I've been listening to a lot, thanks to an episode on old Pete Pardo talked about this record on Sea of Tranquility. It's Vaima and Vasti Milan Yo. They sing in Finnish, but don't let that bother you. You know how it is about the foreign language stuff. It's awesome. This is a really cool record. It's kind of a cross between symphonic prog and folk, like a lot of Scandinavian sounding folk. And I don't want to hear you guys tell me, Finland's not in Scandinavia. I know, I understand, I get it. But there's definitely some cross-pollination with some of the folk melodies and whatnot. And the Samis didn't care whether they were in Finland or Sweden or Norway. They just travel wherever. Next up, here's an album I'm definitely going to be reviewing probably next week, perhaps the week after next, but it's one I've been listening to a lot over these last few weeks. And it is Emerald City Council and their debut album, Motion Carries. The dude, man, is like this, music guy. He's like some professor or whatever. And he's enlisted the help of some great musicians to round this thing out, including the vocal services of Jake Livgren, who gave me the moniker, the Jedi of Prague. He is, of course, Kerry Livgren's nephew, but the album is just dynamite, and it's got one of the better epics of 2023, or 2024, rather. Hey, we're in 2024, Scott. Get it together. Next up, here's one I've been kind of thinking I might do a review on, but I probably won't because I'm a lazy bum. It's Sleepy Time Gorilla Museum. Oh, yeah. These cats, I thought they were gone, man. I didn't think we'd ever hear from this weirdo group again. Avant metal, maybe. I don't even know how to categorize this band. Their music is so cool. It's powerful, but they can be atmospheric too. They've got dissonance, but they've also got beauty. They've got power. They've got everything, man. And the new album is called Of the Last Human Being, and I highly recommend it. If you like aggressive, bizarre kind of stuff, you could do a whole lot worse than this band. I'm so glad they're back, man. Next up, I want to talk about Yard Act and their sophomore album, Where's My Utopia? I think I actually prefer the first album. I think I'm the only person on planet Earth that does. I'm not hearing as much as far as like the aggressive guitar work of the first album. The songwriting seems to be just, a little bit down for me, but a lot more influences here. This is more than just a rock album. This is a pop album. This has got R&B. This has got inflections of world music. It's got electronica. It's got so much stuff going on. Yard Act is a very, very cool band, and I'm really digging their second album. Even if I like the first album better, here's a husband and wife duo. Well, they're not married. They are life partners, Tom and Chloe Coyne from the UK, and their band is called Plantoid. Debut album, Terrapath, and this is just a weird record, man, but I can't get enough of it. It's very, very modern sounding with like a little bit of jazz inflection there, a little bit of alternative. There's just so many different things going on here. If you like your prog with female vocals, you could do worse than this. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit like Mir, that great Norwegian band. Or maybe like if Kate Bush decided just to go all out prog. I don't know, but Plantoid, check it out. And the album cover's awesome, isn't it? Okay, I got two more here to talk about. Next up is Present. And their latest album, probably their last album, called This Is Not the End. Band leader died. This is Rio, rock and opposition, avant-garde stuff. Listening to this album was akin to like going to IKEA and buying a big piece of furniture and then just like throwing all the pieces on the ground, and it makes no sense whatsoever. You're just looking at pure chaos and randomness. And then you start organizing stuff in your brain or on the floor if you're working with IKEA. But if you're working with French avant-garde prog, you're doing it in your mind and you're organizing the pieces. You're kind of recognizing the components that make up the whole. This album took me a long time to appreciate, but oh man, if this is the last Present album, talk about going out with a bang. What a fantastic record. I'm really digging it. And finally, what I've been listening to over the course of the last couple weeks is the brand new Vampire Weekend album, Only God Was Above Us. I'm excited for this album because it marks the return of the band. Their last album, Father of a Bride, was a sprawling double album. That was basically just an Ezra Koenig solo album. None of the other band members really contributed at all. This one here, not only do you get the two other guys in the band, but you got the dude that quit the band. He's coming back as a guest musician. So you've got Vampire Weekend back, and they are stronger than ever. This is a fabulous record. It's just dynamite. It's got Vampire Weekend classicism all over it. Yeah, I know these guys are bookish and they're, a little bit, nerdy, indie kind of stuff. But, oh, man, if you like good songwriting by people that have an absolute golden ear for hooks, you could do a lot worse than Vampire Weekend. Anyway, that's what I've been listening to outside of my usual stuff. Let me know what you guys have been listening to, especially current stuff, since I just went through 10 new albums that I've been listening to. Let me know what has been catching your ear. And remember, boys and girls, I'm excited, man. Sunday, we are doing the top Marillion tracks, so that's going to be awesome. And then next week, man, mark your calendar, April 20th, 1 p.m. It's a Saturday. Yeah, it's 420. Yeah, it's Record Store Day. So you got a lot of musical type of stuff going on that day. Anyway, we'll circle them calendars, man. 1 p.m. I got Mirthrander in the house. Me and the boys from Mirthrander are going to be talking about their brand new reissue for you, the old women, on Pluskas Discaral, the great French label that's reissuing it on Splattervine. I am so excited. It's going to be an awesome episode, but I need you guys to check in, to comment, to be present, to show these label people what we are capable of, man. This is the future. This is the way we're going to be announcing new albums and whatnot right here on the Prog Corner, as it should be. Anyway, punks, I love you guys. Peace in the Middle East, free the Ukraine, and guess what? God save the king! Save him! Save King Chucky! He needs your saving right now. Yes, he does. The House of Windsor's in some trouble. Yes, it is. You got Princess Kate of Wales. She's not doing so good. And then you got the king. He's got the cancer too. Bring that boy to America. We'll show him how to get cured. We'll show him how you do it. You do some spells and some incantations, and then you dance with snakes and drink some poison, and you're going to be just fine. Yes, you will, boy. I'll see you punks Sunday for the Sunday Prog stream. Marillion. Peace.